Hello, I just realised I haven't done a video blog in a while, and this isn't a new video blog. This was taken from a project that I was trying to do but never came into fruition. It was always hard to film other people, but I did manage to interview one person. That was my dad from my family, and in this video I say things like I'm going to go on to interview other people. My cancer went into, we thought it went into remission, but it didn't. Like I said, I stopped smoking, but I've taken it up again. And in general, there's lots of other little things that you'll see, but I'm on treatment again, and I think I'm feeling a little bit better. It's really hard to tell at this moment in time, but the important thing is this basically shows someone who I love very much, and it shows it's a little more hard hitting than my video blogs because it gets upset in it, but it shows how this illness affects other people's families, because as strong as you can be, it can really affect people around you. So you'll see in this video. Anyway, I'll let the video do the talking, and thank you again for watching. Hello and welcome to obviously the start section of this video. It's my third video blog, as you know, and sat right next to me is my dad. Say hello.
Hi.
So there we go. So we're going to interview my dad now. So my dad's going to tell you. Obviously, I've told you in my own words, so I'm going to let my dad tell. So basically, talking about early symptoms, diagnosis, post-diagnosis, treatment. So tell them what it was like. Tell them.
Well, when you were having your tea, that's when we first noticed it, that you used to leave the room and you was finding it hard to swallow your food, and nobody seemed to realise what was going on. And then we got the prognosis that it was maybe an ulcer, it may be something like that was some
Acid reflux.
Yeah, acid reflux causing this sort of stuff. That we didn't seem to worry about it. It was if only we'd known type of thing. It was really it was just we didn't know. Nobody seemed to know what was going on. Neither did you, did you?
Doctors were confused.
Yeah, even your doctor said at the time that if only he'd known that he would have reacted a lot sooner. And we tend to blame ourselves. Everybody, myself included, said if only I'd acted a lot quicker, this was a lot more serious than what it was. But we put it to people.
Oh yeah, I never mentioned that. Yeah, for those, I've never mentioned that. My doctor, the first doctor to diagnose me with acid reflux, I went to see him after my first treatment, and he said he did my case notes, and if only he'd have known.
Exactly.
He said he second guessed himself. I've completely forgot that. Yeah, I don't want to mention the doctor's name because he's a lovely, lovely man, and
yes,
we can't, and no one could.
Nobody's to blame. Nobody's to blame.
But yeah, I completely forgot about that. I never told that story.
No, and it's you put yourself in the lap of the gods. Doctors are gods. They know what's going on. They've been trained for 7 years. Then they can predict that this is what's causing the symptoms. So we went along with that. We actually went along with it, and it was just an absolute bombshell when we found out what really was going on with you. And
what I wanted you to say was like, what's it like to watch? Because I deteriorated massively in those 7 months.
It was awful. It was upsetting. It was. I'm trying to stop myself now. It was. I can't. It was hurtful, and we just wanted you to be better. It was just tearing us apart, and we wouldn't sleep, and we'd think, oh, this would be better tomorrow, and each day it just got worse and worse.
It's like a massive decline.
Yes, and I remember coming home from work. The prominent thing for me was coming home from work, and you were getting ready to go to work. Do you remember that? And you had no shirt on.
Yeah, I was really thin around that point.
Yes, and I'd asked you if you'd eaten that day. You said no.
No, it got to the point where I'd had to put in like a good hour and a half aside to eat.
You were eating.
Hour and a half.
You were drinking milkshakes and stuff.
I was trying my best. In my defense, I did my best in the worst situations to try and put weight on and try and keep it on. I think if I wouldn't have had nutritional knowledge, I probably wouldn't have survived as long as I survived.
That was the first time I'd seen you without a shirt, and I just couldn't believe that I could see your ribs.
The best way of describing it, and this is really horrible, is like when you watch like charity videos on the TV, and they just bone.
No,
it was like what?
No, the best way to describe it is when you see Nazi concentration.
Yeah, like Belsen footage. That is perfect. Perfect. Yeah, go look at those photos, and that is perfect.
I said then to him, that's you look like somebody. You look like a concentration camp victim, and you're not go. And I did say then that you're not going to work. I said that you've got to go to a doctor, and you said no.
You weren't coming home from work that day though.
No,
you were home. You were
home.
That was the day off.
Yes, I'd walked in and I'd seen you. Yeah. And I thought, no, you're going to the doctor.
I love that because that day we went to the hospital. You were like, I refused to go to the hospital. But
yes, correct.
You'd rang in sick for me. And then I tried to eat a packet.
No, the woman at the woman said, "Well, who's going to cover for him?" I went, "I don't care. I don't give a shit."
But that was the bit. I went into your room and I was like, "Yeah, I think I need to go to hospital."
Yes.
And you went, "Now you're seeing fucking sense."
Yes.
I was like,
yes.
I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. But that was it. I refused to let it win. I refused to give in. And then eventually, that's when me going into hospital was the time where I was like, right, I can't handle this any longer.
You weren't eating. You were extremely thin. I think you'd gone down to about 7 stone.
No, between 8.5 and 9. I kept a good track of my weight.
You're 6'2" and
6'1".
6'1", and I'm getting it all wrong, but you were just completely thin, and I just thought it just blew my mind. I thought, no, you're not doing this. You're definitely
so right. We covered the notice of my weight loss. We covered the build up to the diagnosis. Diagnosis there. You obviously got a phone call because it was Mum that came with me. Where were you?
I was at work.
Where were you? No, exactly.
I was in my office in BT at Sandylands Road, and your mum rang me up, and she said that Can we? Your mum's exact words were, "Can we meet up? We need to go for a meal." That's what she said to me. And then she came into the yard, and she told me it was the worst day of my life.
Fucking grim. I remember we came home from the hospital, and we came in and we sat in the kitchen and we sat in this living room because that was when you text me and we went out for the meal. She was like, "How are we going to tell your dad?" I was like, "Well, we've got to tell him face to face. We can't tell him over the phone." Yeah. So she was, so I guess a text him in Wetherspoons and you blatantly knew the news, and I was like, she went behind my back and told you, and I was just like, it's all right, it's all right. This is what I wanted you to see. This is why I wanted to record these videos.
Yeah.
This puts everything into perspective because, like I said, my 2 videos, like I said, I don't care, but this is what it does. But anyway, we can go past the diagnosis date and we can move on swiftly on to treatment.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Right, cool. Yeah, so treatment was started, we were diagnosed, and we went and got the stage 4 results, didn't we? And then we started treatment. So this is like, within a fortnight, we would gone from thinking it was an ulcer to me starting probably one of the most intense medical treatments that anyone can endure. So what's your take on that, on the chemotherapy side of things?
Well, the first thing that we thought was that it was an ulcer. I remember, if we can just track back a bit, I remember being at your hospital bed and that young doctor talking to us, and he wrote.
Oh yeah, because that was the first point. I'd seen a doctor that was younger than me, and that was the moment I felt old because I'd never seen a doctor. I was just like, this kid, you know what I mean? This kid probably buy himself a drink, without producing identification,
yeah.
And he's giving me some medical advice. It's like, this is fucking weird. I felt like, I'll fetch your dad.
Yeah, he had these these A4 sheet envelopes, and he was chatting away to you, and I just
He was dead nice as well.
Yeah, he was. I wish I could remember his name.
Dr. Parkinson, I think his name was.
Yeah,
Really nice doctor.
Like you said, he was a lot younger than you. And he said,
"Yeah, no offense if you see this."
He thought it was an ulcer in this area of his throat. But I saw him write the words, and I'm looking at the camera now, cancer. I saw him write them words down. And I said to him, "Why are you writing cancer?" And he said, "Because it will go through the screening process quicker. Don't worry about it."
Yeah, because he did that. He did that with me when.
Yeah.
And they put
And
yellow
that
dots
really
on my
threw
forms.
me.
Because I remember ringing up and you going like, I was like, oh, they're putting it through as cancer. So they put it through so that your forms go through quicker, so then you can get tests quicker and stuff. I remember ringing you. He's like, "What? So you got cancer?" I was like, "No,
No, really."
This is before I was diagnosed. It was like, no. So we can get tests quicker. But yeah, they did that to me at hospital when I went in. Before, because I was waiting for a burying meal, wasn't I, when I went to hospital?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, so then, I forgot about that.
So,
my memory about everything.
So we'll move forward again to when you have your first chemo.
Yeah, first chemo.
And you had it on a Wednesday, and you had it here at Kendal. And Wednesday night you actually seemed okay, although your hands were very sensitive.
First treatment was fine. I flew through it.
No, I remember you saying your hands were sensitive.
It's not. It builds up each treatment. It adds more onto it. So
do you remember you saying your hands were cold?
Mm-hmm.
Your hands were cold.
No, that was a pain in the ass.
And then Saturday you weren't very well, were you?
No, it was.
And Sunday
4 days.
You seemed to be coming back around again. And I decided that I was only going to work a 4-day week from that moment on.
And then Mum did the same thing.
Yeah, so your mum was off on a Friday and I was off on a Monday to look after you. And Monday you were bouncing back again. And then 3 weeks in, we get the second chemo, and that's when you really started to...
Oh, but the worst thing about that was they give you these hardcore anti-sickness meds that you take for the first part of your treatment. And I missed those because I thought you only had to do it the first time. So I didn't take them. So I was by my own fault sick as a dog from the chemotherapy just because I had nothing to resist against it to sort of stop the sickness. So I was just like it was like wanting to vomit, but you never did. It was like that feeling that you wanted to be sick and it just it was just horrible. Couldn't eat anything. Taste buds were messed up. Yeah, second and fifth treatments were the worst, I'd say.
I remember you. If we can skip the second one you weren't that bad.
No, the second one's on my fault. The second one's the one where Mum had to get that chili out of the tin and bring it in, and I couldn't taste it. Still couldn't taste really piping hot, strong.
And then the third one was when we had the curries, and then your taste buds were really whacked up.
No, that was second.
Was that the one when we were swapping curries round?
Yeah, that was the second one.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because I was starving, but everything tasted weird, and Mum made that stag chili out of a tin. Other plants are available, but yeah. And she came in the room, and it just tasted really bland and horrible in my mouth, and I was like, yeah, just take it away.
And then when it started to settle down, we tried to give you other things. You're thinking, oh my god.
The worst thing about it was because I ate a lot of curry during chemotherapy, and the worst thing was because I used to get night sweats, and obviously you sweat curry out, don't you? So my bed stank like really bad, like curry sweats. Yeah,
I just thought that was you.
But it was horrible. Not on that, but
that's why I don't like you in the car.
I remember that
like having a wet dog in the car.
The electric cigarette as well. So I was blowing blueberry smoke into the duvet.
I forgot about that.
The blueberry, so it had this sweaty, stinky blueberry duvet, and then because I was too weak, I didn't change the bedding for about a week. So this bedding that was just stale. It was horrible. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. You've jogging my memory about all sorts of things, but yeah, go on. You were talking about treatment. I just kiboshed you completely.
No. You just do. I remember you being in the car and thinking, "What's that wet dog smell?" And it was you. I remember that. But that was the electronic cigarettes that you were smoking, and God knows what you were.
I've recently, for anyone who wants to know, quit smoking.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
Back into kickboxing.
Yeah, I just started kickboxing as well recently.
That's why I'm sat on this side of him. So fall into open
I've got a good
space.
snap kick, and that developed quickly. I don't know, like a couple of sessions. But yeah, the chemotherapy. This is what we're filming about was just my dad's taking it, as you can see. It's not all sun and rainbows like having chemotherapy. As everyone imagine, it's quite brutal, but at the same time, like we said, there's some funny stories. Like I've got what's called chemo brain. It's going to last for about 7 months. They said.
No, he's got my brain.
I know, yeah, but I had his brain, and then on top of it, I frazzled it with chemotherapy drugs. So
He can't remember anything.
No, I can't remember a single thing. That's what I did yesterday, and I have to pause and really, really think about it. It's.
We've just been out for a meal together now, and I
Yeah,
asked him what he did last night, and he can't remember.
I can't remember. No, I was drunk last night, but no, I mean.
No, you're on a certain drink, weren't you, last night? And that's why you can't.
Jägermeister.
Yeah.
It's a bad drink.
Toothpaste.
It's nice, but no, yeah.
It's toothpaste.
Yeah, so we've. This is obviously the video is going to run in chronological. I can't even say the word.
Chronological order.
Yeah, and I'm going to film.
I've not been drinking.
I'm going to. I've been drinking. I've got beer here. I'm going to film Mum, and Mum's going to go first because Mum was the person who sat and saw the first person to hear it. So her video is going to go first, but we thought because Mum's out of town and we've got an empty house, we thought we'd film my dad tonight. So it's obviously like the videos are going to like jump around. But it's a lot better that way.
I think so.
Yeah, definitely.
Your mum always likes the last word, anyhow. So she'll have the last word first, because I would imagine you'll be recording the.
It's Mum, you, then Liz, obviously my sister Elizabeth, then it's friends. It's good.
Yeah.
This is clocking on 15 minutes. This clip alone, so this is going to be a long vlog.
Well, going back to your chemo results, I remember that I had to come and pick you up from Kendal Hospital, and each time you would have a different person with you. As a rule, it would be Matt.
Matt came to 4.
Yeah, Matt. And Nina.
Nina came to 1. Yeah, bless her. And Charlie came to 1.
Yeah.
So 3 of my really close friends came.
Yeah, and they're all nice people. Everyone.
They're absolute stars, absolute heroes.
I would never have met them if it hadn't been for this.
I
met Matt before. I had definitely met Nina.
Yeah, you met him at some point, but
there's a vagueness of it. But they're going to be in my memory forever because they've been such really nice people. But I remember
great friends.
Yeah, exactly. And you establish these as you get on, but you can tell they're true friends, aren't they? And I remember picking you up. I think it was a 3rd time, and you had like your fleece over your shoulders, and you couldn't move your arms, and your arms are really sensitive. I remember that.
They cannulated me for a CT scan at the beginning of this week, and because all my arms are sensitive from like chemo, they sort of like it makes your muscles really tender, and he stuck the cannula in, and it hurt. I'm not joking. That's probably the most.
Don't go into details because I don't like.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like needles, but no,
yeah,
that hurt like hell. That was really that stung. I couldn't wait for him to get it out because it was in my arm. It was hurting.
I can see the time on the clock here that it's 17 minutes and 4 seconds, and I know we're getting on, but
no, we've got as much time. This is the whole point of this video. Yeah, you can talk as much as you want.
It's an awful thing to have to live through as a parent, as a father, and I can't put it into words. I can't describe how I feel. It's a destruction. It's awful. I remember the doctor telling us as a group, and I had to leave the room, and I was thinking to myself at the time that Alex was 26 and I'm 55 now as this video goes live, and it was so wrong. It's so wrong that anybody so young should have to go through this. And this is, I think, most important, that if you ever get this sort of condition, that you should go to the doctor straight away.
Definitely.
You don't leave it. Really don't leave it.
That's the thing I can't stress enough. If you can't swallow, and different swallowing, just instantly go to the doctors, because it could be ulcers, dysplasia, acid reflux. It could be anything. It's not necessarily. It could be like Barrett's esophagus or something. It doesn't necessarily have to be cancer, but would you rather catch it early or end up like this? It's purely your choice. But like I said, I used to be one of those. I don't know what it is. I don't know where I get that from. But I don't really go to the doctor until the very last minute.
It's a man thing.
It's really weird.
We won't do this. We won't do this because we are men. But if you were a man watching this video now, if you're a young man watching this video now, go to the doctor if you've got these conditions. Don't put your family through this distress. It's not necessary.
It's not worth it.
The sooner you tackle it, the quicker and easier it is for you and your family.
I don't think I've ever agreed with you 100% ever, but definitely. Everything you just said, I completely agree with. I've stressed this more than one occasion to people. It's like, just go to the doctors, man. Like, it's like, yeah, sometimes it is wasting their time, but it's your peace of mind.
This is what you're paying for.
Yeah, you pay for this.
Yes.
You know, definitely.
You don't want to put your family through this. Alex is 26 as we're putting this together.
Yeah, and I'm going to probably reach my early 30s.
Well, we're hoping it's going to be longer than that.
No, but it's black and white. No, let's not get all sunny and happy about it. That's it. So if you want that, then don't go to the doctors. But you've got a choice, and the choice, you know, what would you rather have? A nice long life or the complete opposite?
I love my son. I love my daughter. And I love my wife. Nobody would put their family. If I was Alex, I wouldn't like. I just wouldn't like what's going on now. I don't know.
I don't like it, but no, I don't have much choice in the matter.
No, nobody does. We can't control our future. Nobody's in control of the destiny. No matter what they say, things happen. Shit happens, and shit has happened to us, and it's awful. It really is awful.
It's not nice. It's not pleasant.
It's devastating. It's a destruction. Cancer is a destruction. It's dynamite. It blows your world apart. It just does not resolve anything. And I don't know what to say to anybody out there who's got it, but I know what you're going through. It's agony and it's pain beyond any description I can think of.
Yep.
It really is a soul-destroying, world-destroying. It's horrible. And we don't know what we're going to do. I really don't know.
The only way he said, man, looked at me, I haven't got a clue either. And that's it.
Yeah. I don't know what more that I can say. That I love my son. And I never thought this would come to us. It happens to other people. And you are other people. And you are the other people that are going to get this. I might get it. It happens to 44 onwards, not 26-year-olds. So if you've got these conditions, go to your doctor.
That's sound logical advice. Anyway, it is clocking on about 20 minutes now, so we're going to wrap this up. But to obviously further notice, these video blogs aren't going to be the end of my endeavours. I've actually started to convert these video blogs into a live set. So I'll be doing a lot of spoken word sets. A lot of, and hopefully we're going to do an open mic night not long from now. So hopefully in the next couple, because obviously these videos are going to take forever to, you know, put into a video, and just like, you know, into a project. So hopefully in the next couple of videos you'll see me talk about how my first spoken word nights went, and because we've got one not this weekend,
August.
Next weekend hopefully we're going to do an open mic night. I've got stuff planned and I've started to notepad this out. But anyway, thank you, and that is my dad. So
I love him.
So thank you for watching.